It's about a year ago now where we sat down with our managing director and pitched the idea of building a production four-wheel drive off-road race truck.
Finke isn't just a race, it's a challenge of strength and endurance. Probably the biggest challenge our team has faced.
When we pitched this project, it was all about including everybody in the company to build it. You know, we could have just sent a car off to a race team and have them build us something, but a big part of this project was engaging all the employees of the company and embracing all that passion that everyone has for the product. We put our call out for volunteers and we're really impressed with how many people wanted to be involved in this project. We had in excess of 20 people putting their hand up. Every aspect of the project, we have an employee volunteer working in that role. And not just from Melbourne either, we've got people in Adelaide, we've even got people in New Zealand that have been working remotely to deliver this project.
Alright, so we're a couple of days into the Silverado build. Basically we've taken our basic measurements and we've got our hoop and that thrown in there now. We've started to do our front A-pillar bar, and from here we've just thrown a seat in, figured out our dash bar. We've pulled the standard dash bar out, made a few modifications so it'll fit around our roll cage. Basically the only complications would be just trying to meet the goals with GM, so helping to keep the car sort of original as possible so that it is sort of still representative of the original Silverado, but then also accomplish what they want to accomplish on the racetrack.
The Silverado came in with its roll cage installed. Once the roll cage came to us, we've prepped it using Scotch-Brite and prepped the floor pan. GM have requested the interior and roll bar be painted in a solid 2K grey colour, so that's what we'll go with when we're painting the interior roll cage and floor pan. Automotive paint is designed specifically for automotive application, and that's why it's not something you can go just pick up at Bunnings or your local Mitre 10. But it's specifically designed to have durability, strength, adhesion for vehicle application. 2 coats of base coat and 2 coats of clear coat.
The car's now come back from B&A panels who have painted the roll cage for us. Before that it was down out of Brown Davis who built the roll cage for us. And now we have basically a stripped out car that we need to put all the pieces back into. So we've kind of got two things going on at the moment. We're building the instrument panel, which is a bit of a challenge considering the car's just been converted to right-hand drive. So a lot of the bits that are going back in aren't the bits that came back out. And then to make things a little bit harder, we put a roll cage through that whole instrument panel. So we're having to chop and slice a few things to make them fit in. The other thing that's going on is we're removing bits, which feels like we're going backwards, but that's to get ready for the full car wrap that's going to be going on in the next week or so. So the car's going to look completely different, and then we'll get to put everything back on and continue to move forward. We've got about 5 weeks to have this thing looking like a race car. It won't be finished, but it'll certainly be most of the way there. So one of the great things about building a Silverado is that the team in North America has been there and done that, and we've been working with those guys really closely to take those lessons and bake them into our car before we even hit the track. The complications is really we didn't pull this car apart. We're really trying to work out where all the bits and pieces go. We have got a lot of documentation which makes it a lot easier, but a mountain of parts. We've got left-hand drive parts and right-hand drive parts, and working out which ones are which, that's been quite a challenge. But you know, look, the group we've got here is really skilled and really experienced, and I'm very confident that we'll get it done. All right, so we've got a couple of weeks to go before the big reveal in Adelaide. The work here has been absolutely hectic over the last few weeks. As you can see, the car is halfway through being wrapped, and we'll see some more of that today. But most of the action's been taking place inside here, where the interior has been built. The big challenge with this car is that it's one of the very first Model Year 23 right-hand drive vehicles. So we're really working with prototype parts, and then on top of that you throw in the fact that there's a roll cage going right through the middle of it. There's been quite a bit of detailed work to make everything fit, but the guys done a fantastic job. The car now starts and runs. Everything seems to work inside so far, so that's a real bonus. Now we've just got to proceed with getting the seats in, harnesses in, that kind of thing, make it a bit more of a race car than a road car. Also coming up is the new tyres. We're going to upsize the tyres to 35s, so that'll really make the vehicle look a lot more aggressive and obviously improve the performance. Following on from that, we've got a bunch of underbody protection to go on it, a few suspension modifications, a bit more wiring, but so still plenty to go in the short amount of time that we have left. But once again, we've got an awesome team who are really digging deep, and pretty confident we'll get the job done.
All accessories removed so we can get decent access to everything. It's wrapped in 3M 2080s vinyl, which is a high quality, high performance vinyl, which is perfectly designed for doing this sort of thing. The logos are also 3M branded as well, 2080C the silver and the gold. The difficulty with this job is just the size of it, the enormity. It's just a big car to do. When GM asked us to come and be a partner on this project, we jumped at the chance because I think it's going to be a very worthwhile and exciting project to be involved in.
Alright, so here we are, it's the end of November. It's been a very quick 100 days or so since we got the car back from B&A, where the roll cage was painted. The team has really pulled together and done some great work to get this thing where it is today. So today we're down here at the VinFast Proving Ground, a very familiar place to a lot of us, and we're going to be getting the truck off the trailer for the first time, and mainly just taking some footage and some photos of the car to support the launch before we pack it up again and head over to Adelaide for the very big, exciting launch that we're doing over there. Really rapt to have so many people jumping on board. We've got everything from Tool Pro providing a fantastic tool set that we've used exclusively to build this car. Nell Signs, who have put together this beautiful livery that you can see here. AEV, who are in North America, and they've provided the full underbody protection that they provide over there. B&A Bodyworks, they had the unenviable job of painting the roll cage after it was built. Really makes a difference to the overall look of the car. And of course we can't forget Kids Suave, who have been so good with helping us out with the video production and putting together the documentary that you're watching right now. So we've just had our live reveal event here at Peter Page in Adelaide in conjunction with 888 Supercar livery launch. It was a massive event, well over 300 people in attendance, and I got to say the reception was pretty warm. For now, the attention's been really good. A lot of people want to look inside. A lot of people want to see the dash that's covered up because it's the next interior that we haven't released yet. We're not ready to release that, so we're keeping a bit of mystery about everything, and hopefully people will continue to be interested until we're ready to tell them all about the next chapter.
we think it was a really great opportunity to first present the ZR2 to Australia. Reason being is that it's been not only an off-road racer, but in real life, when we bring the ZR2, it really is an off-road racer for the streets and for all terrain. And so when people get to experience this truck, they'll get to experience a little bit of a piece of what we're actually showing today. Yeah, the reception of the Silverado ZR2 has been phenomenal. We've seen a huge crowd drawn to it. There's been great anticipation to see the new ZR2 for the first time for the model year 23 lineup. So, of course, this is their first chance to get up and close to the truck.
So far we've been around showcasing the Silverado ZR2 Off-Road Racer at Supercars events, and here we are at MotorX. Super excited to be showcasing it here to the enthusiast fans on the Chevrolet Performance Parts stand.
When you back them in to car parks, it actually is not that bad.
Yeah.
It's getting colder. It's now 8 degrees.
As we go out.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right, the day's finally arrived where we get to drive this thing in anger. It's been a long 18 months or so that the team's been working really hard to put the thing together, and now we get to give it a run out here at the Geelong Motorsports Complex. So today is basically going to be about accumulating mileage and working out really what Craig and Dale need to see in the car to make themselves comfortable for when we take it to the next level.
It's really impressive. It really has, the quality of build and everything else is first class. So I can't see us coming into too much troubles today, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Learned a lot. There's a few things that we've got to tidy up, which is more of the electronic side of it, which we sort of thought coming in today that it might be the case. But all in all, Dale and I had fun. We sort of got to go around. We got to take all the employees for a lap, which is even better. So we've had a really successful day. We haven't broken it, which is even a positive. And we've got a lot of, as I said, a lot of things to now sort of tidy up before we move forward to the next one.
Overall, really happy with the way the car performed. Feedback from Craig and Dale was really positive. I think it exceeded everyone's expectation.